be right. I think about it day and night. I feel like a king, oh yeah. I'm ready, can't help but stare. Such a rush, baby.
And it is such a rush, baby. Today, here, Thursday, the first Thursday of January 2016, you're listening to Viva ENT. This is Johnny the Capo. I am in the studio with my co-host, the infamous and famous
Becka Page. Good afternoon. That's why it's such a rush to be here.
You better believe it.
We're back.
That's right. And my excellent producer, Mr.
Eric C.C. Ryder. Good afternoon.
Now, ladies and gentlemen.
Happy New Year.
Oh, well, Happy New Year to you, sir. Thank you so much for saying it. You know, you get so busy, you know, you sometimes just forget to say the things that are supposed to be said.
And we're like a week into it already.
I
so
know, it's incredible.
I guess we can start tapering off on the Happy New Year's, but this is the first time I've seen you this year. So
That is true, sir. Yes, and I missed you the last couple of weeks.
Likewise.
And it sure is nice to have you back in the studio.
Yeah,
Great
to have a new show.
Yeah, you know the history of the show and everything, so it always helps to have you on the air with us. No question about that, pal. What do you think about that, Paige?
Especially for pronunciation errors.
For what?
Pronunciation errors.
Oh, pronunciation errors? Like
Pronunciation errors.
Okay. Well, you know, the thing is, I do have a couple of famous words that have worked for me pretty well.
Say pronunciation.
Photogenic memory.
Yeah.
Yes. He's still got that photogenic memory.
I got the photogenic memory. And what else do I have? There's another one I have, but...
You're talking about the Philharmonica Orchestra.
That is correct. I actually like Phil and the way he plays the harmonica.
And his orchestra is great.
As a matter of fact, talking about the Royal Phil, yes,
Harmonica Orchestra.
That's correct. Our today Elvis pick of the week is Fever.
Fever.
Yeah, which is a song that Becka features on her weddings just about every week that she goes out to do a wedding. Am I correct?
If it fits the mood for cocktail hour, absolutely.
Oh, okay. So you were telling me it's on your cocktail hour.
It's on my fun cocktail sing-along list right now. It's a constantly rotating list, but right now that's the jam. That and I Put a Spell on You by Annie Lennox.
I like that too, yeah.
And I've got some
Put a
Nina
Spell
Simone on there.
Cool.
So, yep.
Now, are we doing the new version of this with
Michael Bublé?
Mickey Bubbles?
Yeah, Mickey Bubbles. I like Mickey Bubbles.
And Adele.
Oh, and Adele's on that? No. Okay. You know, the show goes by quickly, so we better get to business real quick.
Okay.
Today's guest,
Are
the very magical and talented Mr.
Jeff Evans.
Jeff Evans. He's a pretty cool cat.
He's a magician.
Have you seen him work?
Oh, a million. Devin won't let him do magic with her anymore.
Devin, your daughter.
Yeah.
Okay.
She will not do. He freaks her out. She's like, I can't. I can't. Yeah. He's so good.
He's that good.
And she's seen, you know, with our industry, she's been to a lot of events and seen a lot of magicians, and Jeff fools her every single time.
You gotta be kidding me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she loves him.
Oh my gosh.
What you looking for, your glasses?
I'm actually looking for my phone because that has Jeff Evans' home number on it. I hope I didn't leave it in the vehicle.
Oh.
I might have. Anyway, so Jeff Evans and, of course, our talent coordinator, Mr. Ronnie Hawkins. Mr. Jerry Osborne. Mm-hmm. Our guest today is Ronnie Hawkins.
Very cool.
And have you had a chance to look him up?
I haven't. But I'm looking forward to finding out about him because we always have great rock and roll legends on the show. So,
right.
If Ronnie's on the show, that means he's up there.
Well, he recorded one of my favorite
guys.
He's had some hits, and he recorded one of my favorite hits, "Down in the Alley," which is a Presley cover, or in other words, actually, I think he did it before Elvis did it, and it has that saying, "I'll dig you now and see you later," because you're a fine sweet potato.
So that's what that comes from. I thought you made that up, sir.
Thank you so much.
Well, very cool.
Now, also,
I've heard his name many times. I'm just not familiar with his music.
Well, there's Ronnie Hawkins, and there's Dale Hawkins, and then there's the Hawkins singers or singers. So there's the name Hawkins is fairly famous. So there was was it some kind of Hawkins singers or something?
Also known as the Hawk. Rompin' Ronnie.
Rompin' Ronnie.
And this is my favorite, Mr. Dynamo.
I like Mr. Dynamo.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's the coolest. I wish I could be Mr. Dynamo.
Mr. Dynamo.
As I understand, the band that's named the band,
He
pretty
threw
much,
me off all day with that.
pretty much sprung from his band. So we'll find out all about that as soon as he comes on the air. But now, Tacoma Wedding Expo, this Saturday and Sunday, Tacoma Dome. Paige, tell them all about it.
It's happening again.
Oh, you better believe it's happening
It's
again.
a sold-out vendor show.
It's pretty much the only show in Tacoma,
Packed.
show in Tacoma ever.
Yeah, but people come from all over the place because it's humongous.
Correct, it's humongous, and it's a great show.
It's always a great show.
No question.
And brides line up out the door hours before every single time.
I know that.
And I'm excited to meet them.
And you're going to be there
Sure.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, I have brides coming.
Oh, good. And you have that. You're all ready to let them know about how to book our services. And of course, we are, Miss Page, going to be broadcasting live from the Tacoma Dome. You know, the show opens at 10. Brides start lining up about 9:15, 9:30.
No, way before that.
Right. There's a huge line in front of that Tacoma Dome.
Yep.
Very huge line. You and I, we are going to go out and interview all the prospective brides, not prospective, but all the brides and grooms, you know, the ones that show up, the ones they drag along. You know how that goes.
Poor fellers.
Fellers. And so, you know, at the wedding expos, we see the brides, the bridesmaids, the MOBs, which means
Moms of brides.
that's moms of brides.
And a lot of future mother-in-laws, too.
Right. Yeah. Not so much, though, do you think?
I do all the
All
time.
the time, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not seeing it.
Really?
Or maybe I'm not paying attention. I don't
Yeah,
know.
when you see a bride and two older ladies, it's usually both moms
Gotcha.
because they're both paying.
What? That now that right there, that knowledge right there separates you from everybody else.
You got to figure out who's paying. That's who you got to talk to.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's fun, but so we're going to broadcast at 9:00 in the morning because it's cold outside.
Well,
buddy.
we're gonna hit the line probably about 9:30.
Okay, that sounds good. That's in the pre-funk area.
Yeah, it's in the pre-funk area, and I think you're going to be fine with that.
Yep.
So, Tacoma Wedding Expo, our Saturn Barter Club feature business of the week is Micah Bella, thousand words photography.
Mm-hmm.
He has
Everything.
talent page.
He has everything.
He's our man too. We like him.
Lots of different photo booth options.
He's going to be at the Tacoma Wedding Expo.
High class employees.
Very high class.
They're always dressed in nice in suits.
That
That's
and
amazing.
let me tell you something, Paige. To me, that means a big thing. Dressed properly and nicely.
They're
because
event professionals.
I was just in Vegas and I seen one of my most favorite bands of all time, and they've been playing Vegas forever and ever. Not going to say their name, but the three front singers, they were dressed like they were living on the street,
In other words, they were in jeans.
pretty much.
Yep.
So anyway, what I'm saying is, dress is
Yes.
The
His
key.
crew always
The key.
dresses for the event.
the key.
You would be amazed at how many photo booth companies I see show up at weddings and the attendant is in jeans and a t-shirt.
And the guy's picking his nose,
Well, no, but just not dressed.
and the chick is on
Appropriately.
Facebook all night.
Sometimes.
I'm saying.
He's the real deal. And he has his Volkswagen bus. Is he going to bring it? He has a 68 Volkswagen.
I know.
It's inside the
guy's
Volkswagen
spectacular.
is a mobile photo booth. It's super fun.
That's right. And with all that being said, Eric, would you please play that commercial because he's back on as a sponsor? Isn't that cool?
You're right.
I'm bad, but I love him. I don't take sponsors that I don't like. Do you?
Nope.
That's what I'm saying.
Nope.
Art of the Smiles, Amanda Wong.
Uh-huh.
If I don't like them, they're not going to be a sponsor. I don't care about the money. Trust me.
Sure, Johnny. You just care about if she numbs you enough before she drills.
That's for
See?
Lights, camera, action. Capture those precious moments at your special event with 1,000 Words Events friendly, fun party services. Make your guests smile with a unique photo booth. Bring the celebration anywhere with a green screen. Enhance the mood with event lighting or pile them in an awesome VW photo bus. Our services provide lasting memories and unique party favors. After all, a picture's worth 1,000 words. See for yourself what we do at 1000wordsevents.com or call us at 253-380-2026. Let's make some memories. Online at 1000wordsevents.com or 253-380-2026.
Dr. Amanda Wong and the team at Art of the Smiles provides comprehensive dental services at affordable prices. Their convenient location in Federal Way and their extended hours fits the needs of both families and working professionals. Whether it's transforming your smile through some of their cosmetic therapies or simply having your teeth cleaned, Art of the Smiles provides individualized care plans that address your priorities and needs. Visit artofthesmiles.com or call 253-839-4048. That's 253-839-4048 for same-day scheduling. Most insurance is accepted, from cosmetic procedures to implant placement, molar root canals treatment, or wisdom teeth extractions.
Life's a celebration. Grand Event Rentals makes your event their top priority. They are your full-service, special event, and party rental provider, supplying everything you need from start to finish. Their professional sales team and event staff work with you to create your dream event. With every event, Grand Event Rentals customers' needs are the most important. Whether you're planning an intimate outdoor wedding or an elaborate black tie gala, the Grand Event Rental specialists make great pride in providing our event planning experience to help create an unforgettable event. Please go and visit the Bellevue showroom, Grand Event Rentals, or make a one-on-one appointment. Talk to them. They're trained, they're knowledgeable, they're event specialists, and they are going to take you through step-by-step everything that you need to make your day a success. Call Grand Event Rentals. Their number's 425-462-7368, or go to grandeventrentalslaw.com.
It's frustrating when your car won't start or just won't go, or you're locked out of your car and need to be somewhere. All Day Towing will take the frustration out of the situation with 24-hour service 7 days a week. They'll tow your vehicle safely to where it needs to go. Plus, they strive to reach you within 25 minutes of your call. When you need a tow, call All Day Towing at 206-695-2615. or 425-457-7788 for Eastside customers. All Day Towing. We'll be there. We promise.
Attention business owners. Experience a new world of business with barter. The Saturn Barter Company, located in Tacoma, is one of the most beneficial business decisions you can make. Using Saturn Barter, you are able to sell your products or services to other members of the exchange. You can then use that credit you've built up from your sales to purchase the products or services you or your company needs from other companies within Saturn Barter, all without the use of cash. Contact and join Saturn Barter Club today, 253-212-9930, or online at SaturnBarter.com.
Is your vehicle needing some attention? Take it over to Maddie's Tuning and Shoreline for fast, affordable car care. Trusted, professional. Maddie's services all makes and models and has been trusted in the Puget Sound for almost 60 years. Call Brian Maddie at 206-364-3347 or stop by his convenient location in Shoreline right on Aurora at 152nd. Maddie's Tuning. Call 206-364-3347. Trusted for almost 60 years to keep you safe and on the road.
Brides, do you want your big day to be stress-free, perfect, and stay within your budget? Well, Brides Club has all the inside information to make your dream a reality. Go to bridesclub.com. That's bridesclub.com. See upcoming bridal shows and events, view wedding vendors and special offers. And don't miss The Spotlight, the premier online wedding magazine with valuable articles you can't afford to miss. Brides Club helps make your wedding stress-free and perfect. Go to bridesclub.com. Check out bridesclub.com.
Proud to bring variety to your radio dial. Alternative Talk, 1150 AM.
Da-da-da.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're
Da-da-da.
back. You're listening to Viva ENT.
Da-da-da.
This is Johnny the Capo. I'm here in the studio with Michael.
Becka Page.
My producer.
Eric C.C. Ryder.
We have one of the most famous magicians in the area in the country, Mr. Jeff Evans, as our guest today. Jeff, say hi to our listeners.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff. You know Becca Page, of course.
Absolutely. Becca and I go way back.
Way back.
You know, Becca loves magic, so I'm going to let Becca kind of spirit this interview because she's a magic chick.
Fair enough.
I'm a magic chick. Oh, my gosh. So I know you do a lot of schools and corporate, and how did the holiday season treat you? Is it still going?
Yeah, December was great, and as you mentioned, it is still going. A lot of the companies slide some stuff into January, which is nice.
Oh my gosh, I just cannot believe how many companies are having holiday parties in January. They're still booking.
They're still booking?
They're still booking.
Yeah.
I still have.
That's crazy.
I just added contracts this week for events that are next week, and these are big corporate parties. They're not like little itty bitty things.
Can we say names? No. Okay.
Isn't that strange?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am doing a
unreal.
holiday party on Friday and Saturday. They're both company holiday parties.
Nice. And you do a lot of bat mitzvahs too, right?
I don't do a ton of them. I probably do a couple a year, but
Okay.
they're fun. Teenagers love magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I've got one coming up. I'm going to try to talk to them about you.
Cool.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's in, I think, May. Yep, May. So, Jeff, you do a lot of different magic, and like we were saying before we went to break, that you've met my daughter Devin. She looks just like me, only little, and she's seen a lot of magicians in her life, going to different events and everything. You're the only one that freaks her out.
That's funny.
She's still, I don't know how he does it. But the funny thing is, she's always like, "Don't let him do magic on me because he freaks me out." And then what? She shows up on your lap, like, "Come on, do it."
Yeah, well, the funnest type of magic is the close-up magic because that's where it happens, inches away from you.
Mm-hmm. And so you do, with your roaming magic that you do, you just go to different groups and work the different circles of people. How many people do you like to entertain at once? Like if you're doing like roaming magic?
I mean, at least 2 people, but up to, you can have 10 people gathered around you. Any more than that, and it's more of a mini stand-up show, which is fine also.
I was thinking about you the other day. Well, when you called, see, you're also a psychic, because I was just hanging up the Christmas card that you sent on our wall when you called.
Right.
That was so weird. But, I think one thing that kind of parallels what you do and what I do, myself as a DJ, you as a magician, is when you do a really great trick in front of a group of people, or I play a really great song, you'll always get that one person that comes up and demands you do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So how do you handle that?
Well, as a magician, I don't like to repeat the same trick because there's a good chance that
They're watching
something, or because they know what happens at the end, there won't be any surprise. So I'll do a different routine.
Mm-hmm. So try to distract them.
Yeah.
Because I always get the story, well, nobody cares. We all want to do it again. Come on. Like, that might work if you're playing music, but as a magician, you definitely want to wow them once and then move on to something.
Yeah,
something
and
else.
in fact, with my after-dinner shows, which is more of a stand-up show, I actually, if a client calls me back for the next year, I recommend a friend. I like to skip a year because my stand-up show doesn't change that much from year to year.
One thing I was wondering also about what you provide as a service, because you are, a for-hire entertainer. I've been seeing a lot of posts recently up in my area about my friends turning 40, or we're having a 30th reunion, and, we're not into the clubbing and we don't want to go to the bar. Do you ever do like big, like 30th birthday parties or 40th birthday parties where you go to like a private venue, a small restaurant or someone's home and just do the dinner and entertain people?
Absolutely. Not as many 30s, a few 40s, but more like the 50th, 60th, those are bigger.
Huh.
In general, yeah.
That's cool. And you go for about an hour? Is that about what you do?
Yeah, between 45 minutes and an hour, and it's something that everyone can gather around, whether it's in a person's living room or a banquet room at a hotel. It's something everyone can watch at once. I don't like doing the strolling or the close-up magic for groups of under maybe 40 or 50 people, because once you're performing for one group and someone starts hooting and hollering, everyone gathers around, and then suddenly you're doing a show for everyone anyway.
Yeah, that was actually going to be the next thing I was going to ask you about. Is it's hard for me when I walk into like a wedding and they say, "Oh, there's going to be 60 people," and then 25 show up, and now I'm in a room for 5 hours with 25 people.
And people aren't going to be dancing much.
No, and
maybe one or two songs.
And you stress like it's work. It really is. You're using all your creative juices. I can't even imagine as a magician being like, okay, I've got to, one after another, go, go, go. That's going to be crazy.
Over time, I've learned how I can kind of look at the layout of a room and decide how much time I want to spend at each group. Mm-hmm. So that if they've hired me for an hour and there's 100 people, then I'm just going to have to go very quickly and just do something quick for a lot of people.
Huh. And how many years have you been professionally performing magic?
Been doing it full time since '98.
Wow.
98.
Yeah.
What got you into it?
You look like a young kid. Are you kidding me?
Well, it's been a hobby since I was 12 years old.
Yeah.
Oh.
Same as me, as far as getting into music and playing the guitar and singing and, being fascinated with the entertainment industry. I was 12 years old.
And that's cool that we both found something that we loved and then we're able to make it our career.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool. You can make $1 doing it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of proof that if you have a passion for it, you can make your living doing just about anything.
Yeah,
that is true to a certain extent. And we actually just had this discussion the other day with some of my daughter's friends. Was that adults, when you're a little kid, people will tell you can do whatever you want, and they were expressing to me as 14-year-old girls that once you start hitting that age, you start getting that realization that people are lying to you. You really can't do whatever you want. If you want to be president, it's not like a guaranteed thing. It's just not. So you can strive to do something, but for people to tell you can absolutely do whatever you want in the world. I can't go play for the NFL next year if I want to. But magic is something that anybody could feasibly get into and do.
Yeah, and the nice thing is it's not, there are guys in their 70s who are, great magicians still, so it's not real physically taxing like being an acrobat or a juggler.
Jeff, we got. I hate to interrupt, but we got about 30 seconds. Can you tell our listeners how to get a hold of you?
Absolutely. They can find my website, which is amazementproductions.com.
Cool.
Or be a fan on Facebook, which is Jeff Evans Magic.
But we need to get you back on regularly, at least, once every 6 weeks, so we can feature you.
I wish it was TV so that I could do a trick and people could see it.
I know, but you know what? Once we get these up on YouTube, we could maybe incorporate something like that. We're going to start doing live video with the radio show.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Yeah, we'll get you on. You'll be the first guest.
I'm thinking about it.
All right,
for sure.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks, Becca.
Thank you.
Thanks, Johnny.
You're
Talk to you
welcome,
soon.
pal.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, so now a word from our sponsors, and then we got Ronnie Hawkins coming out. Is this 40 Days, man?
This one's Mary Lou.
Mary Lou.
Mary Lou.
Cool.
You. She make a young man groan and an old man pain. Way she took my money was a crying shame. Mary Lou, Mary Lou. She took my diamond ring. Mary Lou, Mary Lou. She took my watch and chain. Mary Lou. She took the keys to my Cadillac car. Jumped in my kitty and she drove afar. Left me stranded in a Kalamazoo, making her a fortune off a fool like you. She got her a rich man, had a dozen kids, drove that cat until he flipped his lid. Mary Lou, she took my diamond ring.
Dr. Amanda Wong and the team at Art of the Smiles provides comprehensive dental services at affordable prices. Their convenient location in Federal Way and their extended hours fits the needs of both families and working professionals. Whether it's transforming your smile through some of their cosmetic therapies or simply having your teeth cleaned, Art of the Smiles provides individualized care plans that address your priorities and needs. Visit artofthesmiles.com or call 253-839-4048. That's 253-839-4048 for same-day scheduling. Most insurance is accepted, from cosmetic procedures to implant placement, molar root canals treatment, or wisdom teeth extractions.
Brides, do you want your big day to be stress-free, perfect, and stay within your budget? Well, Brides Club has all the inside information to make your dream a reality. Go to bridesclub.com. That's bridesclub.com. See upcoming bridal shows and events, view wedding vendors and special offers. And don't miss The Spotlight, the premier online wedding magazine with valuable articles you can't afford to miss. Brides Club helps make your wedding stress-free and perfect. Go to bridesclub.com. Check out bridesclub.com.
Attention business owners. Experience a new world of business with barter. The Saturn Barter Company, located in Tacoma, is one of the most beneficial business decisions you can make. Using Saturn Barter, you are able to sell your products or services to other members of the exchange. You can then use that credit you've built up from your sales to purchase the products or services you or your company needs from other companies within Saturn Barter, all without the use of cash. Contact and join Saturn Barter Club today, 253-212-9930, or online at saturnbarter.com.
Lights, camera, action. Capture those precious moments at your special event with 1,000 Words Events friendly, fun party services. Make your guests smile with a unique photo booth. Bring the celebration anywhere with a green screen. Enhance the mood with event lighting or pile them in an awesome VW photo bus. Our services provide lasting memories and unique party favors. After all, a picture's worth 1,000 words. See for yourself what we do at 1000wordsevents.com or call us at 253-380-2026. Let's make some memories. Online at 1000wordsevents.com or 253-380-2026.
Is your vehicle needing some attention? Take it over to Maddie's Tuning and Shoreline for fast, affordable car care. Trusted, professional. Maddie's services all makes and models and has been trusted in the Puget Sound for almost 60 years. Call Brian Maddie at 206-364-3347 or stop by his convenient location in Shoreline right on Aurora at 152nd. Maddie's Tuning. Call 206-364-3347. Trusted for almost 60 years to keep you safe and on the road. It's frustrating when your car won't start or just won't go, or you're locked out of your car and need to be somewhere. All Day Towing will take the frustration out of the situation with 24-hour service 7 days a week. They'll tow your vehicle safely to where it needs to go. Plus, they strive to reach you within 25 minutes of your call. When you need a tow, call All Day Towing at 206-695-2615 or 425-457-7788 for Eastside customers. All Day Towing. We'll be there. We promise.
Life's a celebration. Grand Event Rentals makes your event their top priority. They are your full-service, special event, and party rental provider, supplying everything you need from start to finish. Their professional sales team and event staff work with you to create your dream event. With every event, Grand Event Rentals customers' needs are the most important. Whether you're planning an intimate outdoor wedding or an elaborate black tie gala, the Grand Event Rental specialists make great pride in providing our event planning experience to help create an unforgettable event. Please go and visit the Bellevue showroom, Grand Event Rentals, or make a one-on-one appointment. Talk to them. They're trained, they're knowledgeable, they're event specialists, and they are going to take you through step-by-step everything that you need to make your day a success. Call Grand Event Rentals. Their number is 425-462-7368, or go to grandeventrentalslaw.com.
News, traffic, and weather? Now you can get your information fixed weekdays on Alternative Talk, 1150 AM.
I'm gonna sing that worldwide hoodoo that'll be the very thing that'll suit you. I'm gonna say she'll be back home in 40 days. Woo! 40 days! 40 days! 40 days! 40 days! I'm gonna say she'll be back home in 40 days. 40 days!
Yeah, you're listening to Viva ENT. This is Johnny the Capo. I'm live in the studio in Seattle with my co-host,
Becka Page,
my excellent producer,
Eric C.C. Ryder.
my talent coordinator. Thank you, Eric C.C. Ryder. Sorry about that. My talent coordinator, Mr. Jerry Osborne. Say hi, Jerry.
He's right here. I'm wearing his clothes.
And Jerry, who do we have on this week, Jerry?
Well, I don't know if people are going to remember him by the name of Mr. Dynamo, but if they bought his first album, you'd see that right on the cover. I've always thought that the name was very appropriate because he is one of the greatest hard rockin'est first-generation rock and rollers that we could ever hope to have, and so we're thrilled to welcome Ronnie Hawkins to the show today.
Ronnie, say hi to our listeners here in Seattle, pal.
Hello there, listeners. Keep your eye on these boys, and if you go out with them, be sure you have bail money.
That's right. We'll forward your mail if you can't make bail.
Well, it's good hearing from you boys.
Well, you know, Ronnie,
Thank you for calling.
it's our pleasure. Why don't you tell our Seattle listeners a little bit about yourself, your career, and I'm going to let Jerry take the lead on the interview. Jerry, it's all yours, pal.
Well, what I would like to do is start out with the record that we just heard, 40 Days, because that was his first hit, and I do believe it might have even been his first record. Is that right, Ronnie?
It was the first record that we did with a major label.
Yeah, that's what I meant, yeah. And so I'm curious, I love that you chose 40 days rather than 30, like Chuck Berry had, and I wonder what the story is behind the change.
That's a good question.
I'll tell you exactly. Everybody wanted to know that. They thought we were trying to steal Chuck Berry's song. I think we'd done a little more than just had 10 days if we were trying to steal it. But anyway, what it was, just before I was getting ready to record it, Morris Levy, who was, the owned Roulette Record, and he was in the studio, and we're just joking. He's looking at the words, and says, I'm going to give you 30 days to get back home. He said, Ronnie, what if she doesn't come back in 30 days? She's an awful good woman. I said, well, I'm going to give her an extra 10.
Well, you have to allow for traffic, too, and there could be a holdup.
Yeah. You have to allow for incidentals.
Yeah.
I mean, the bridge could be washed out, anything, so you need that extra 10 days.
Yes, anything can happen. You can miss her bus.
So right off the bat, that was a significant hit for you, and I know that you didn't write that, but you wrote Mary Lou, and I'm wondering if there was a real Mary Lou that inspired that.
It's a great song. I love it.
And I really didn't write Mary Lou either. They put my name on it, but that was written by somebody called Little Joe or...
No, it was Young Jesse.
Young Jesse. That's who it was. Young Jesse. Ed, you know more about me than I do.
Well, that's part of my homework.
That's why he's an historian.
Young Jesse. And I learned that from a record, and they heard it, and we recorded it.
Well, that was such a huge hit. So by the time you had 40 days, and then you followed with that, you were getting on a lot of the top shows around, and probably American Bandstand and various things like that, right?
I got to go on all that stuff. Morris Levy, he was kind of the King Hebrew of New York, and he got me on everything. I don't know how he did it, but he must have had something on him. The Philadelphia Bandstand and the American Bandstand that Dick Clark inherited from another cat that got in a little trouble, and they put Dick in charge of it, so he was one of them lucky ones. Alan Freed was the biggest radio man for many, many years when I got started.
Oh. Sounds
we did there in Philadelphia, and like I said, we didn't sell a lot of records. I don't think I've ever had a gold or platinum record or anything like that. I was just tickled to death that it went vinyl.
Well, that's the first step.
That's a big step. Mary Lou.
I was thankful it went vinyl.
Mary Lou was recorded by Bob Seger too, right?
I can hardly hear on this phone.
I was saying Mary Lou was recorded by Bob Seger, or am I thinking of another song? I think I am, actually.
I can't remember if anybody else did that song or not. But
I'm thinking
it got us the most airplay I think we've ever gotten.
It did. That's right.
Lou.
Yeah, it's a real fresh recording, and your voice is really top of the line, and your chops on that song are just excellent. The Bob Seger song I was talking about, I think, was Betty Lou.
Oh, well, okay, Betty Lou,
Yeah, Betty Lou.
Betty Lou's got a new pair of shoes.
Bobby Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so Ronnie, tell us about Down in the Alley. I love that song.
Well, Down in the Alley was just another song that I'd heard, from somewhere. I can't ever remember anything anymore, Jerry. I have to roll up my sleeve. I have to roll up my sleeve to remember which way to walk.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just heard it somewhere, and I really liked it. And, of course, you know Jerry Waxler. Jerry Waxler was the biggest thing in music back then.
Right.
Him and Tom Dowd were legends, you know.
The Ray Charles guy.
So Jerry Waxler had done that song once before, way back there, with a black group.
Well, it was the Clovers.
Yeah, 1954.
Well, you all know all that stuff. I don't.
I'm the resident rock and roll historian.
1954, right, Jer?
Yeah, great song by the Clovers, and then Elvis did it, but it wasn't released by him until '65.
Actually, I think that was '66 on the Spin Out album.
I didn't even know Elvis did that.
You didn't know Elvis did it?
Yeah, I think he did it at the Sun Studio.
No. Elvis recorded. Oh, you know what, Jerry? You might be right.
There's a chance.
But you know, it appeared on the Spin Out album, 1966. I know that for a fact.
Oh yeah, you're right. It was a bonus track.
But it could have been recorded back in when you said.
Yeah, but it's in the style of the Clovers, and it was probably
great song.
Just off being a hit by them when he recorded it, and he liked it, so he just did it back in those days.
I think that's a true story.
I don't know. Jerry Waxler told us what a smart man Jerry Waxler was.
Yeah.
He was one of the most brilliant cats I've ever seen. And Tom Dowd, I mean, he was one of them geniuses, man. So I knew it. That's why I took a lot more money less when I was offered a record deal to have them, if you know, go with Atlantic.
Yeah.
If they did the producing and engineering.
Yeah. And now those guys, were they out of Atlantic City? I mean, in Georgia, or they were out of New York?
Clovers?
No, Jerry Wexler.
Oh, they were New York.
That's what I thought.
You know, all New York. And Jerry Wexler was one that discovered Ray Charles.
Right, exactly. I know that for sure.
Yeah, we're talking Atlantic Records, and the Clovers were on Atlantic Records, and so was Down in the Alley.
It wasn't.
That's where it come from.
Yeah.
And of course, what made my song, good is Dwayne Allman on that slide guitar.
Yeah.
He was a young genius on that slide.
Uh-huh.
Hey, who plays that wicked guitar on 40 Days? That lead guitar, that's outstanding.
Well, I tell you who that was. Very few people know him. He's still alive too. Jimmy Ray Paulman was his name, and he was known then, had the reputation of being the best rockabilly picker in Memphis.
Wow.
Man, he's
Everybody
good.
was after him on the sessions and everything. That's all he played was rockabilly, but he's still alive, and he's still the best.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, those are the fascinating stories. Now, tell us your story about you had a chance to meet the king before he became the king.
Elvis?
Yes.
That king.
Well, I tell you what, everybody was down there trying to get something happening, and I first made my first trip to Memphis in 1952. I was 17 years old and a mental giant. I couldn't put a two-piece puzzle together if I was on Benzedrine. But anyway, I was down there, and everybody was trying to get on a radio, and that's when we first met him. And a friend that was with me said, this old boy here, he better change his name because he ain't never going to sell anything like Elvis. That's a pukey name. Elvis ain't going to sell nothing. He needs to be called Rock, Stud, or something, So you could tell we could kind of see the future in those days. And anyway, then I saw him again after he had kind of a minor hit. He was getting airplay with, I think it was That's All Right, Mama. I can't remember for sure. You all know way more about
that was a local hit in the Mid-South.
Yeah.
I think that you were right.
Yeah,
and then
1954.
And I thought we was kind of buddies, and then he got kind of big. He was starting to get before he got super big, but he was getting airplay all over Arkansas and Oklahoma and Texas and all that.
Louisiana, hey, right?
I think he picked up old DJ Fontana after Louisiana He Ride. I think that was
we had DJ on the show a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, that one, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you. But anyway, a bunch of my friends in Fayetteville, Arkansas, they said, he's playing in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We'd like to go see that Elvis. I said, hell, I know him. We'll go over and talk to him, and we'll get backstage and everything. And so we went, make a long story short, we got there, and they knocked on the door, and they wouldn't even let me backstage. And of course, I was so embarrassed. All my friends said, well, yeah, good thing you know him real well. Ain't no telling what he's done if he hadn't known him.
It's probably the Memphis Mafia kept you away.
But that was the end of me for Elvis. I've been mad ever since.
Well, Ronnie, there's another almost connection between you two. Your birthday was just 2 days after his, and I want to be the first in this group that's talking to you today to say happy birthday 3 days from now.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. I'll be 81 years old, and I'm still chasing the women.
Well, he would have been 81 tomorrow.
Yeah. I caught a couple of girls the other day. They were on them walkers. You know? and one of them said she did slow down just a little bit on purpose, but not much.
Was she singing "I'm Walking to New Orleans"?
Did you hear that by Matt Lucas by any chance?
I heard "Moving On" is what I used to remember from old Matt.
Well, no, that was his hit in 1963. You're right about that. But no, he just did walk into New Orleans just recently, and he just sent it to me about 3 or 4 days ago, and I posted it right away on YouTube because it's so darn good. So give a listen to Matt Lucas, "I'm Walking to New Orleans," and you'll find it and you'll like it.
Yes.
Well, I'll hear it for sure because he keeps up with my wife. I can't work a computer, I can't turn one on and off, but she keeps up with him every now and then on stuff going on, and we hear from him all the time. And I fed him in Canada a long time. I let him stay upstairs in my offices. He was looking for a home, and so I got to know him pretty well.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Good guy.
Yeah, and a great singer too.
I think he was great.
I love the line in his song. One of these days, you're going to look for Matt Lucas, and Matt Lucas be gone.
You're going to look for me, and I'll be gone. Yeah.
Sounds like a Jerry Lee Lewis type.
Yeah, he's like Jerry Lee Lewis, and then he used his own name in his song. Well, you're still performing, aren't you, Ronnie?
Well, I had a little bit of a heart thing. I forget what it was, and what it's called. It's a common thing, I think.
Heartburn.
And it slowed me down. It slowed me down until I'm trying to get my strength back.
Yeah.
And also, diabetes has got me eat up too. I'm taking more pills than Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. Hopefully Ozzy's not taking as many as you.
I think Ronnie could have a new career as a stand-up comedian.
Probably.
He's got lots of great jokes.
Yeah.
Well, I'd have to sit down.
There you go. He could be a sit-down comedian. Start a new thing.
Yeah.
Well, here's a question, Ronnie, that I don't know if you've ever been asked this by anybody else or not, but, I dig deep into things. I can tell you boys know what you're talking about, man. You've done some research. Well, no, you know what? It's not research. It's just that I lived it.
Oh.
I mean, I lived through all of this. I was a disc jockey for 14 years, beginning in 1964. I was a DJ in my high school, beginning in 1962. And now I've been writing about music for 40 years, so I really haven't done much else except just plunge into this thing wholeheartedly. So, but take me back now to 1962 in my high school years, and I remember one of the big news stories at the time in 1961 and right around in there was Carol Chessman, and you recorded a song about Carol Chessman. Now, that's an unusual thing for a guy who had Mary Lou in 40 Days and Southern Love and all that. How did that come about?
Well, I was in London, Ontario, and Morris Levy, he called me and says, Ronnie, we got two things we'd like for you to do. First of all, they have invented something that you won't believe. They had a 4-track machine. That's brand new. And he said there was this guy by the name of Carol Chessman, and he's getting international press all over the world, and everybody's saying, save him, Marlon Brando, and all those big stars back then were protesting and all that stuff. And he said, come on in. I forget who wrote the song, the Trenaires, I think. But anyway, they flew me in from London, Ontario, and I had to work all night trying to learn that song, because I'm a little slow at things. And we recorded it the next day, and I think the group that I recorded it with was called the Trenaires. I'm not positive. You all might know, because I can't remember too well anymore.
You got a good memory, but it's short.
But that record, it took off like it was going to be the biggest record in the world, man. And New York, where Boris had all those connections with Alan Freed and all that, and it looked like it was going to be the biggest thing in the world. And then all of a sudden, what's the of California, Jerry.
At the time,
Jerry Brown.
Brown.
It was his father. It was his father that was the governor of California, and the lawyer for Carol Chessman was running for governor, and looking like he was going to win. He's getting all this publicity from all over the world. So he just gave him the death penalty. He didn't staying alive, and they gave him the gas, whatever it was, and the record stopped just as if it never started.
Yeah, well, the title is The Ballad of Carol Chessman, and then the subtitle is Let Him Live, Let Him Live, Let Him Live, and it's written by two guys named Hoffman and Manning.
Oh.
See, I don't remember those names right now, but I remember the song. I had to work all night on it.
Well, it's an unusual recording, that's for sure. And obviously, you know that he was executed at San Quentin, as I recall.
Wow.
And it was a big story at the time.
It was a big story. It said Carol Chessman spent 12 years in San Quentin waiting for his execution day.
Wow.
What he did was wrong, it's true, but what good would killing him do? Let him live, let him live, let him live. I just barely remember.
I bet you wasn't expecting anyone to bring that up today.
I don't know anybody else in the world that even knows who Carol Chessman was.
Well, and your follow-up to that is a song we all know very well because it was a hit by several people, and that was Ruby Baby.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was another deal where it was, what group? It was a black group.
Drifters.
What was the group? What?
The Drifters.
I guess that's who it was. Then.
Well, it was.
I thought it was it wasn't Dion?
No, Dion did it in '62, but the Drifters had it out in the mid-'50s.
And we did it before Dion. Dion came off after us because we had learned it then, and he had a hit on it. I think Dion had a pretty good hit on it.
Well, yeah, he did. His was 2 years after yours.
Yeah, it was a little later, but I just recorded songs back then. Anything that went over real good in the bar, I thought, well, if these people like it, maybe somebody else will. And that's why I was recording all those songs and covers of songs that had been hits.
Okay, fellas, we're down to our last 5 minutes. Ronnie, why don't you tell our listeners how they can hear you? I know that you got some YouTube stuff going on. You got a Facebook or a website? Please tell our listeners now.
I don't know, Ronnie. Do you have a website or anything like that?
I don't. You'd have to ask my wife everything. She does everything. She can work a computer a little bit, you know.
Okay.
But I can't. I'm afraid of them.
Well, it has sure been a pleasure talking to you today, Ronnie, and we thank you for your time.
Well, I tell you what, boys, it's a pleasure meeting you all, knowing all that stuff. You know someone else who's like you boys that knows everything about everything just about?
Yeah.
Elvis Costello.
Oh, yeah, really?
I spent a weekend with him 1 week in California a long time before anybody knew who he was. And he named off every star that there was in Arkansas that I'd forgotten about. He really knows his material,
That's
too.
cool.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
So you've known two people in your life named Elvis.
That's what I was going to say. Ronnie knows all the Elvises.
Okay, Ronnie, thanks very much for being on the show, pal.
Thank you very much for having me, and you keep rocking. And
all
remember, boys, this is what they told me in 1952. He said, Ronnie, the big time is just around the corner for you.
Yeah.
So they didn't say how long that corner was, though.
Well, he was right because I was born in '52, so he's right on the money.
Happy birthday, Ronnie.
Happy
Keep
birthday,
rocking,
buddy.
boys.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
you.
Jerry, real quick, who are some of the stars that are coming on our show in the next weeks to come?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. I didn't know if we even had time to talk about it. We're on such a roll, I just can't believe it. We're going to be able to continue it, but we are. I don't know for sure, but I think that next week we might have Buzz Cason, and the name may not ring a bell to everyone, but when you hear the songs that he's written and the songs that he's recorded under other names, you will know that this man is a real, genuine star. And so he'll be coming up hopefully next week. We'll know for sure soon.
Oh.
I'm also working on Dickie Lee. That is a good friend of Buzz Cason's, by the way.
Was Dickie Lee the Tell Laura I Love Her? No, that was Ray Peterson.
No, Dickie Lee had
He's had
Patches.
Patches.
And I saw Linda yesterday, stuff like that.
Yeah, Patches was that scary tune.
Yeah, and we got some other great people lined up too. We're talking to Ray Walker of the Jordanaires, James Burton, the lead guitar player extraordinaire, And
James Burton,
in a few
oh
weeks,
my
Dion.
God. Dion and the Belmonts, Dion DiMucci may be on the show, and we're thinking about reaching out to Fats Domino.
Oh, yes, Fats Domino is in the plan. I've been trying to call him, and there's no answer at his number, so I haven't reached him quite yet, but I'm still working on that.
Well, he might be walking to New Orleans.
Well, it depends on how far away he is, as to how long it'll take.
Yeah, and plus we're going to have the real Dion DiMucci on the show, too. Yeah.
And we are going to have some behind-the-scenes people, like we had Mike Stoller and Hal Blaine and some people like that, who were very important but weren't really the primary recording artists like some of these others. So we're going to be in front of as well as behind the microphone in the weeks ahead.
Man, that sounds marvelous and wonderful. And Jerry, tell our listeners about your website. I know you got some stuff on the internet.
Oh God, we have thousands of pages on our total website, but everything begins with jerryosborne.com. Go there, or be square, and you'll find out everything you want to know about me, probably more than I even want you to know.
Thank you very much for being on the show, Jerry. Talk to you next week. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Viva ENT. Viva Productions, Becka Page, and I will be broadcasting live at the Tacoma Dome on Saturday morning, 9:30. Come visit our booth at the Tacoma Wedding Expo. Becka?
Yes, sir.
We'll dig you now.
And see you later.
Because you are
a fine
sweet potato, baby. Thank you, Eric Cheesy Rider.
Here's a little Down in the Alley as we go
I love Down in the Alley.
Down in the alley, just you and me. We're going bowling till 3:30. Just rocking and reeling, we'll get that feeling. Down in the alley, just you and me. I'll plant you now and dig you